Hey guys, it's Mr. Jesse again. I've got my kids here with me once again, Liam and Elise, and we're gonna do our daily thing again. And before we get started with our calendar, I got a kind of a cool little trick for you. So first we talked about addition yesterday. We did single digit, and then we did a little bit of double digit addition as well. So what I want to do is show you something real quick before we get started with everything. We're going to do a double digit addition problem, and then we're going to do a little magic trick. So let's take 10 and add 10 to that. Now, let's remember how we did our stuff yesterday. We used our dots. Now, if you have 0 dots plus 0 dots, you're just going to have 0. There's no dots to add. But then, if I come to 1 plus 1, I draw my 1 dot, and then my other dot, and it's 1, 2. So I get the answer 20. So 10 plus 10 is 20, and we did that using our dot method from yesterday. But now what I want to do is show you a little trick with $10 bills. So it's got 2 regular old $10 bills, and we want to turn it into 20. So what I'm going to do is show you how to do that with a little trick. So I start with my 2 $10 bills, and I'm going to fold one over, or fold them both over this way. Fold my second one over, and once I get it here, this is where the trick gets interesting. I've got to say my magic words, so I'm going to let my kids choose what the magic words are. What's the magic words, guys? How do we want to turn this into a $20 bill?
A 0 and a 2.
Yeah, but what, maybe like abracadabra? What do you guys think? All right, abracadabra, you ready?
Make 20. Make 20.
We just made a $20 bill out of 2 10s. How cool is that? So hey, listen, if you come back tomorrow and watch our video, I may just show you how to do that. And then you can show all your friends and wow them with your magic trick. So let's get started with our calendar now. We'll look up here, and we're in March still. So yesterday we said that it was Wednesday, which means today is Thursday. Today is Thursday. And if today is Thursday, tomorrow will be Friday. So yesterday was Wednesday, today is Thursday, tomorrow will be Friday. And then we look at our date. We had yesterday was the 25th, which means today will be the Liam.
The March 26th.
March 26th. So I'm going to move our 26 over here.
March 26th.
March 26th. So just a few more days left in March, and then we're going to move into a new month. Do you guys know what the new month is at home? If you know what the new month is, say it out loud.
April!
April. Next month will be April. I'm used to my smart board being able to just touch these, but
That's our birthday.
all right, let's say our months of the year together. If you're at home, say these along with us. Are you ready? January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. Good job. And then let's say our days of the week. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Okay, now today's really awesome because the weather is nice and sunny and warm. So we're going to pull a sun over here. And again, I don't have my smart board, so we can't do anything with the temperature there. But I believe it's in the high 60s or low 70s today, so very nice weather. And because of that, we're going to do something special here a little later. We're going to go outside and do some exercises and talk about some scientific words and some words with our anatomy. So real quick, let's say our ABCs again. And once again, if you know these really well, say them anyways because it's a really good exercise to do. All right, let's say our ABCs together. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, W, X, Y, and Z.
Now I know my ABCs. Next time, won't you sing with me?
All right, today we're going to do something a little different with our counting. We're not going to count all the way to 50. I want to take just a minute to practice just on this line here. So I'm going to move our little blind thing up here. And we don't have one coming from the top, but I just want to focus on 11 through 20. That's sometimes a problematic line of numbers for some of our younger students. So let's work on those. We'll say them through twice. So say them with me. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Let's do it one more time. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay. Now, let's count by twos, okay? We're going to count all the way to 40, so stay with me on this because sometimes this stuff can get a little boring. It can sound like, blah, I don't want to do that again, not count by twos. But doing this over and over and over is how we learn it. So stay with me here. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 34, 36, 38, 40. Good job. Now we're going to count by fives, and this is a really good thing to do if you're counting change. Maybe you have a bunch of nickels and you don't want to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. This you can count by fives, so let's all count by fives together to 50. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. Good job. And then count by tens. That way maybe you have a bunch of $10 bills like I had earlier. I only had 2, but maybe you've got 10 of them and you want to count to 100 with them. So let's count by tens. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100.
Hey, can I sing the song?
Not right now. Maybe we'll do it tomorrow. Okay, let's look again at our patterns. What I want to do is change this up just a little bit.
Hey, stop.
All right, we've got a square, circle, triangle, and then we have square, circle. What would the next pattern be?
Triangle.
Triangle. We'd move our triangle down here. And again, this is kind of an ABC pattern. You've got 1, 2, 3 options, 1, 2, 3, or ABC, ABC. And again, you can do different patterns as well. You just always take the part of the pattern that repeats itself, and then you follow that pattern.
Daddy, there's also an ABBC.
Yes, you can do an ABBC pattern as well. All right, let's take a different number here today. And I'm going to delete all these. Okay, so let's take the number 56. Now, if I've got 56, I've got 5 groups of 10s and then 6 ones. 5 groups of 10 and 6 ones. That would be the number 56. So what I want to do is move the number of groups of 10 that I need over here. So Elise, if I had 5 groups of 10, if I have 56, how many of these green squares or green rectangles am I going to move over?
10.
Not 10, that would be 100.
5.
5, that's right. So I'm going to move 5 over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Once again, I'm taking the number I have in my tens column, 56, and I put that many groups of 10, because remember, this is just 10 individual squares, and then it makes a whole group of 10. So now I've got 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, which is what my 5 in my tens column stands for, 50. And then I have 6 ones. So Liam, how many red little individual squares would I put in here? Say it out loud. 6. I put 6. So count them with me at home. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Good job. Okay. Now let's look at our shapes again. What I want to do this time is move down to some actual real life things here. So this is a picture of a button. What shape is that button? At home, go ahead and say that out loud. What shape? It's a circle. And then we come to a Cheez-It. Now at home, say it out loud. What shape is that? Square. Very good. And then we have, looks like a Dorito here, or tortilla chip. So at home, tell me what shape you think that is.
Triangle.
Triangle, good job. And then we have a door. What shape is a door?
Rectangle.
Rectangle. And now we have a walking sign here. What shape is that? Say that.
Rhombus.
Rhombus or
A
diamond. Rhombus or a diamond. And then we have the head of this bolt here. What shape is that? This one's a little more difficult. So at home, say that out loud if you know it.
Hexagon.
Hexagon. And how many sides does a hexagon have?
6.
6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sides. All right, what about our stop sign? How many sides does that have?
6.
No, the stop sign has 8. It's an octagon. And what animal in nature has 8 legs?
Octopus.
Octopus. And then what about this little basket here? What shape is that? At home, say that out loud.
Rectangle.
It's not a rectangle. Look, the rectangle is trapped. Right, it's a trapezoid. The rectangle is trapped. All right, what about this? A starfish. What shape is that?
A star.
It's a star. And then we kind of have this elongated balloon here. At home, tell me what shape that is.
Oval.
Oval. And then we have a leaf that's shaped like a heart. Good job on your shapes. And tomorrow we may jump into 3D shapes. So be thinking about that. If you're at home and your parents want to help you, you can look that up on the internet, what 3D shapes are, and you might know those before we get started. All right. Now we're going to look at our math again. Of course, we did the addition yesterday, so I'm going to move up to a little higher numbers here to start with. And what I want to do today is give you another method. So yesterday, we talked about the dot method. And what we did with that was we drew our little tiny dots to represent each number. So if I take one of my math problems up here, let's say 4 plus 3. So I'm going to write 4 plus 3. We'll write it this way.
7.
Well, wait, let's do our methods first, okay? So if we have 4 plus 3, and like Elise, she was able to do this problem in her head. She's seen these math problems a lot, and she was able to add it in her head. But my son Liam, he might not be able to do that. Maybe that's you at home. You don't know how to add this in your head yet, or maybe you haven't memorized this particular problem. So you need some help. So what I want to do is go over another method for doing this. And what I like to do with this, and my kids can help me here, is we always take our biggest number first. So which number is bigger, 4 or 3?
4.
4 is. So 4 is our big number. I'm just going to put a little asterisk next to that. 4 is our biggest number. So that's the number, listen guys, that's the number I want to start with. I want to start with 4, and then I want to count up how many numbers. How many numbers do I want to count up? 3 numbers. I start at 4 and I want to count up 3. So what we don't want to do on this is just count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now you can do that and that works, but when you get into the bigger numbers like say 5 plus 6, you're going to run out of fingers. How many fingers do we have?
5, 10.
10. And 5 plus 6 is 11. I don't have enough fingers. You can take off your shoes and count with your toes, but that's not very efficient. We want to count with our fingers. We have these fingers on our body, and they're a really good tool to use when we're counting these numbers. So what I want to do is start at 4, and I'm going to put 4 in my thinking brain right here. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's take your fist like this, and we want to put it right on our head, and this is 4. And then I count up 3 from there. So I touch my head, 4, and then I count from here, 5, 6, 7, and there's my 3. So I know my 4, and if you need to, so you remember to only count that far, put 3 fingers up. So everyone hold up your 3 fingers at home, hold up your 3 fingers, and put those on your head. So now we have 4, 5, 6, 7, and that gives us our answer. So that's one of your other methods you can use at home when you're doing math problems. And this works for anything. You know, maybe your mom and dad tell you, hey, you can only have 10 M&Ms to eat. And you have a pile of 4 over here, and then you have a big pile of M&Ms over here. And you need to know, how many more can I have other than the 4 I have over here? So you use your thinking head. You say, okay, well, I've got 4, and I need to get to 10, so I'm going to count up 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Hey, Dad.
And then you have 6. Yes, Liam?
I counted 100 M&Ms.
Wow!
By ones before.
Have you guys at home ever counted 100 M&Ms? If you have 100 M&Ms at home, maybe you could use those to count with. And that would be a really good thing for you to do.
That was a long time ago.
Okay. And counting those M&Ms is a really big help to your learning too. And you can do that with your toys. I know Liam, he's got a bunch of Matchbox cars, and Elise has a bunch of Barbies. And you can take these toys that you have and you can count them, and that can be really good practice for you. So that's our addition method for today. We'll do one more, and we'll do a double-digit addition problem. That way you guys can use the same method for double-digit as well. So let's take maybe the number 22 plus 14. So what I want you to do is draw your line down the middle to separate your 1s and 10s. So here's my 1s. And here's my 10s. I got my 1s and 10s. So which line or which column do I start with first? Do you guys know 1s or 10s?
10s.
I start with my 1s first. At home, let's listen to this. We start with our 1s first. So I'm going to add 2 and 4. Yesterday we drew our dots. Today we're going to use our fingers. So let's take our biggest number first, which is what?
2, 4.
4. 4 is our bigger number. So we're going to take our small number and put that on our hand. So everyone hold up your 2 fingers. And then we're going to start at 4.
Put them on your head.
And we're going to put 4 in our head. So 4, and then keep going. 5, 6. So we get 6. We're going to write 6 right here. And then we go to our 10s column, and we have 2 and 1. So what's our bigger number?
64.
2 is. 2 is our bigger number. And what are we going to put on our hand?
1.
1. So we put 2 in our heads. 2. Then what? 3. 2, 3. We're putting 2 in our head, and then we're using our 1 after that. And we're counting up. 3. So what's our answer?
63.
36. 36 is our answer. So at home, you can practice that problem. And again, if you go back to yesterday and say, Mr. Jesse, the dots worked way better for me, then use the dot system, because you want to be successful no matter what method you use. And if this method works better for you, use this method. Tomorrow we'll probably talk about number lines and even frog lines like this. if you have a device like this. So we'll talk about number lines and frog lines, things of that nature.
And help me because I don't know how to equal or minus.
Yes, you do. Okay. So now we're going to do a couple different things. One, I want to bring you over here, and before we get over there, I'll explain what we have. When we were still having school, I bought a butterfly kit for our students, and because we were sitting home with the stuff going on with the coronavirus, I brought the caterpillars home with me, and now they're in their cocoons and they're getting ready to come out of their cocoons as butterflies. So I want to show you that, and we'll keep you updated as they keep growing. But if my camera lady here can get a good picture of that, zooming in there. We've got the one on the left, and here, I'm going to do this. I'm going to put my hand in here just so you guys can see. We've got this one right here that's a darker color, and it's been moving. So I think it's ready to come out of its cocoon, and we're going to keep an eye on it. We're going to watch the other ones as well, and as they come out, we'll update you and let you see them. But now what we want to do is I want you to come out to the yard with me, and I'm going to have my kids come with me, and we're going to talk about some different things with exercise, because you guys have been kind of cooped up in the house, I'm sure, with all this going on, and we want to talk about how we can exercise and keep our bodies fit, and also a couple scientific words we're going to talk about. So we're going to walk out to our little obstacle area here. And Liam, he's going to show us how we can engage our arm muscles. We've got different muscles in our arms. One of them is let's do the monkey bars, Liam. Now I want you to climb across those. And you can engage your forearm muscles, and when you're up there hanging, you can hold yourself this way, and you can pull yourself up as well. And that engages all your bicep muscles up here. It gets your back muscles. So one of you guys climb across the monkey bars, and let's show the kids at home how to do this. All right, here goes Liam and Elise. They're going to meet there in the middle. All right, good job. Okay, drop down. So they're using their arm muscles on that. Now, another thing we can do, and this is another scientific word I want to talk to you about, it's called a hypothesis. And a hypothesis it's an educated guess. It's a guess, one second, buddy. It's a guess that you make that's based on what you already know. And something that we've seen Elise and Liam do is we know they've got a little bit of strength in their arms to climb across these monkey bars. So what I want to do is at home, I want you to guess how long Liam can hang from this hook here, okay? So you might say, well, I think 100 million seconds. Well, that's not really a hypothesis, because we've seen that Liam can climb across monkey bars, but he can't go for 100 million seconds. That would be forever. So what we want to do is make a very educated guess. So I'm going to guess he can hang for about 10 seconds based on what I know about Liam. That's my hypothesis. And now we're going to test our hypothesis. So at home, you think about it now. How long do you think Liam can hang?
Hey, after class, can me and Mommy kick with each other?
Sure. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, go. All right, ready, set, I'm counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 seconds. So at home, tell me, was my hypothesis right or wrong? Well, it was wrong. I didn't have a good hypothesis. Mine was that he could hang for 10 seconds, but he only could hang for 6 seconds. Now, let's do another hypothesis. How long do we think Elise can hang from the ring? I'm going to say 6 seconds.
I think 4.
6 seconds.
I think 4.
Here we go. Let's do this one right here, okay?
This time I'll count.
1, 2, 3, go.
1,
Oh, both hands.
2,
1, 2,
2,
3, 4, 5, 6. Good job. She hung for 6 seconds as well. So at home, wait guys, so you guys at home, was my hypothesis right or wrong? Wait, was my hypothesis right or wrong that time? Well, it was right. I had, I guess, 6 seconds, and she was able to hang for 6 seconds. So that's how we test things. We make our guess based on what we know, and then once we test it, we can see whether our hypothesis was correct or not. So one other thing we'll do here is I'm going to have my kids race, okay? So here, you guys line up right here, and I want you to run all the way to the fence and back as fast as you can. Ready, set, go. Good job. Now run back fast as you can. Cressy's going to run with you. Cressy down. Good job.
I won.
And doing that definitely is all your leg muscles, and it kind of gets everything involved. When you're running, you're moving your arms as well, you're breathing, you're sweating, and that's a really good thing to get that kind of exercise. It makes us stronger. So if you're at home and you have a yard area that's open you can run in, get out there and exercise. If you have things like this that you can climb on, maybe you got a tree in your yard. You say, oh, Mr. Jesse, I don't have that obstacle course. Well, you might have a tree. And if you have a tree, you can climb in that tree, and that's engaging those arm muscles. Once again, your forearms. If you pull yourself up on it, you're getting your back into that. And then when you're running, you're engaging your whole body. Get those legs moving, get exercising, and stay healthy. We'll see you guys tomorrow.